Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Jasmine. Mano is here.
I'm on the radio.
You're on the radio. And we are in Detroit right now, getting ready to go and take a look at our building. It's been painted, all the units, and now we got to take care of the outside.
Angela, what up, though?
Oh,
What up,
okay,
though?
Jasmine.
So now, since you're in
What up,
Detroit, you
though?
got to talk like that. Though.
What up, though?
We're going to be out in these streets, too, in Detroit today.
We absolutely are.
You know, shout out to the First Lady of BMF. We're going to her screening tonight.
I got an invite for that, too.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, well, you're missing out, Mano.
You need to come to Detroit more.
I'm going to pull up.
But we're going to head out to that. Shout out to my girl Topeka, who's out here with us. But it's the Tanisa Welch story that we're going to be going to check out. I can't wait to see that. Also, shout out to Hill Harper. He lives in Detroit and Boston Edison. He is running for state senate. But he also is going to be joining us on Way Up with Angela Yee today.
Perfect.
Hill Harper.
I like Hill.
Yeah, he's a single father. We know him as an actor, so he's part of a union.
Yeah.
He's been outside.
Super talented.
You know, every time I come to Detroit, I see him doing something
Is he
new, something
originally from
different.
Detroit?
No, he's actually not from Detroit. But he ended up going there to film and then just loving it. And he actually lives there. He has businesses there. He has that roasting plant in downtown right next to Central Kitchen.
Oh, I love
So he has his coffee company as well. And so this is something that he's very passionate about. You know, he went to school with Barack Obama.
Really?
And he's written some really amazing books that I know that even Navy, who runs our boards up here, has read his books when he was younger. Inspirational.
Nice.
So I love the fact that he is running for a state senate. So we're going to talk to him about some of the things that he feels like are necessary and what made him decide that he wanted to do this, because it's not easy. All right. So as usual, we always start the show off with some positivity. Shine a light. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up and let us know who you want to spread some love to, who you want to shine a light on. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm here, Angela.
Mano is here.
New Mano.
And it's time to shine a light on them. 800-292-5150 is the number. Let us know who you would like to show some love to, somebody who's done something positive. It could be a stranger. It could be a friend of yours. But whoever you think deserves some love, this is the time to do it. Now, Mano, you want to shine a light on somebody.
Yeah, I want to shine a light on all the haters and the naysayers and the suckers of the
This
world.
guy.
Oh, my gosh.
Right,
Who
definitely.
hurt you?
No, nobody. But I'm just saying, they motivate us.
Okay.
I don't know if
it's
I want to shine a
positive.
light on
Yeah,
them.
we do, because get on your job. Get on your job.
hating.
We love it.
You love it? We
That-
love it
love
here.
it.
That hating is motivating.
Yeah, the hating is motivating. It's motivation. So get on your job. We see you. We see you out there. You understand? And we just want to say that we appreciate the backwards love.
Well, I don't want
It
to
sounds-
show
it
love
sounds
to
personal,
my
Angela.
I want to show love to the people who actually support me.
Yeah, but this is support.
Okay.
We gotta
They
shine
still
light on
tuned in.
everybody. They tune in.
Right.
They
Even if
tune
you
in
hate
just
me, you
to talk
tuned in.
crazy. They tune in.
Tune in to hate.
Yeah, but
Right.
it just motivates us to do better.
What about you, Jasmine? You have any haters you want to shine a light on?
I would like to shine a light on the person that is always eating my food when I bought them their own food.
She talking about me.
I am.
I would
Behind
never
my
have
back
guessed.
too. That's crazy.
No, she's actually said it right to
but
you.
she's not facing me, so it's like behind my back.
Okay.
But you hear it, though, so
Yeah.
it's all relative. Okay.
Well, you know, Mano's got to eat your food. It makes him feel like he's still sticking to his diet
Okay.
because he didn't order it.
At all.
All right, well, let's see who you guys want to shine a light on. 800-292-5150. Sharon, what's good?
Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm good, thank
Hi,
you.
Sharon.
So I want to shine the light on my little man.
Ooh, okay.
I'm so proud of him. He's the best. He's so hardworking. He's loving. He's caring. He's really the man.
Who's
And
your
he's
little
also
man?
your man that I share with you sometimes. Or probably you get him more than me lately.
Who
What's
are we
his
talking
name?
about?
He got engaged to the most gorgeous woman, Rita. I'm so happy to finally be able to say she's my daughter-in-law.
Yeah, Rita.
We love Rita.
Oh.
Rita got a long road ahead of her, let me tell you.
I love you.
Aw.
This is by the way, our producer Dan got engaged, and this is his mother calling in to congratulate them. And isn't it amazing that he picked somebody that you love also?
I am just absolutely in love with him. I'm so proud of him.
Oh, we're
that's
so
sweet.
proud of Dan. Everybody's proud of Dan.
We love
I think we got to get a cake.
You want a cake, Dan?
Dan, you want a cake?
Yeah, we need a cake.
Yeah, we need
We
a
gotta
cake.
get a cake up
Yeah,
here.
you got to get a cake.
All right, I'm gonna order this cake right now.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
cake. It's a
Sharon,
cake.
thank you so
All
much
right.
you got to come up here one day and kick it with us.
Oh, I would love to. Tell me when I'm there.
All right, good. We're gonna plan that, even though Dan is over here like, oh my gosh.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm going to kill her.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Angela. Have a great day.
You too.
Congrats, Dan and Rita.
Oh, so sweet.
That is really nice.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light on Him. And if you couldn't get through, that number is 800-292-5150. It's all day long. Anytime you want to shine a light, we are here for it. Okay, baby. But when we come back, we got your Yee tea. And you know, there's always something crazy going on. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm here.
And Mano is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we are doing Yeetie. So let's get into it. Kim Cattrall is one of the people who is actually in the new Skims campaign from Sex and the City. Samantha.
Yeah, I know who she is.
You know, just make sure everyone knows.
Yeah, okay.
I know you know.
She barely came back from the last,
We didn't think she was going to rejoin Sex and the City.
Kim Cattrall.
She played Samantha on Sex and the City.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly who that is.
That's what I'm saying. See, he had to know once
Yeah,
we
I
said
know
that.
that.
She's 67 years old, and she's
Okay.
part of the Skims campaign, but she looks good. Nelly Furtado's in it. Coco
Nice.
Jones is in it, too.
We love Coco Jones.
Yes, we do. So shout out to all of them. It is the Best of Skims campaign is what they're doing.
Okay.
All right. And just in time for Halloween, because that's coming up in less than 4 weeks. The director for Saw 10 said that neighbors called the cops while the editor was doing the editing for the film. All right. So according to the director, they said that Steve Foran, who was the key editor for Saw 10, was paid a visit by police. He was editing sound for a scene in the film where a character gets their eyes sucked out.
Oh,
It doesn't sound sexy to you?
sounds awful.
All right. They said there was a knock at the door, and they had the doorbell camera video footage of the police walking up and saying the neighbors have been calling and saying someone's being tortured to death in there.
You must have had it really loud.
And he said, actually, I'm just working on a movie. You can come in and see if you want. But the cops said they didn't need to do that. They just wanted to make sure that everything was okay.
He's really getting their eyes sucked
Now,
out.
if you ask me, the cops should have taken him up on that.
Could have had a whole Dama thing going on in there.
I wouldn't want to see that.
No, but I'm saying
Not a
just to
cop
make
either.
sure, because we see all those movies about like serial killers and stuff like that, and the cops could have
Right, like Dahmer.
prevented.
Like, no, that's okay. That's all right.
Right. So the cops should have been like, you know what, we do just for safety want to see that this is really just, this being
Maybe you
edited.
should write them and tell them how to do their job.
Only because I feel like when you see these movies, it's like this could have been prevented, and he invited them in. It's not like, they threw him on the ground or anything like that. They should have been like, you know what, we would like to see that.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Do you guys have any ideas of what
Officer
what
Yee.
range should be for Halloween, since Halloween is coming up?
Oh, your daughter?
Yeah.
No,
Not
but
a
we'll think
cop.
about that in a second.
Okay. All right.
Not a cop.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair.
She'd be a cute little cop.
No,
And
thank
then we
you.
could have it tell Mano up against the wall. That's not funny. It's not funny.
That is not funny. Stop playing with me like that.
All right. And LaToya Luckett was on the Good Moms Bad Choices podcast. And she said in her next marriage, her husband is going to come before her kids. Here's what she
Need to
said.
Stop.
If you get married, your husband will become priority, and then the children.
That's the biblical order. So I try and go by the biblical order, even though that's harder said than done. I've been on the other side of that not happening twice, and it does interfere a little bit.
I don't have kids, and I know people get mad if I weigh in on things.
So what? You can still weigh in.
But I always thought that kids come first.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's what I always thought was the natural order of things, and that anybody who loves you will understand.
They're children.
That these children who cannot even fend for themselves a lot of times come before any, because we've seen people put, the significant other before their kids, and that doesn't go well, usually.
Yeah, it usually does not. But God bless her.
Yeah,
Jesus loves her.
And she's talking about her own personal situation.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I
That
don't.
ain't gonna work though. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, she said she did it the other way and it didn't work. So maybe this
It ain't
time
gonna work this way neither.
Yeah, it's not for me, but I don't know.
Because even if I was with somebody and I've dated guys with kids, I would never want them to put me before their kids. I would feel bad about that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Who wants a man that's gonna put? Okay,
Yeah, that is
whatever.
crazy. And the man that come in there and allow that is crazier.
No, because look, Jasmine, you have a daughter.
I do have a
Can you
daughter.
imagine a man coming before your daughter?
No, I cannot.
Okay, Mano, you have a son and a daughter.
That's right.
And who comes first?
They do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Would it matter to you if like the person you were dating didn't get along with your kids?
I'm not even negotiating with that. Like, it's not even negotiation. You should, all you got to do is just be nice and cordial. You don't got to.
Yeah, you don't have to be
come around.
interactive.
Yeah, you don't got to even interact with them. But if you can't do that, we don't have nothing to talk about. I get mad just when somebody's, yo, where you going? I'm going to see my daughter. I'll be back. I'm going to be in LA for a couple of days. Oh man, I'm going to really miss you. I get mad at that.
Yeah, you be
don't
like,
tell me you're going to miss me. I'm going to see my daughter.
Mano, you're taking it too.
Yeah, I am.
Just
I take
not
too
saying
far.
that you shouldn't go, but she
I
can't say
take it too
I'll
far.
miss you.
Yeah, but I feel like it's something underlying in there, right? Like, don't sit up there and tell me how. Don't sit up there and have like an attitude about how.
Well,
Not
have
have an
an attitude.
Not have
But
attitude.
Yeah,
I
like-
think it's fair to
yeah,
say, okay,
like,
have a good time. I'll miss you.
Yeah,
I don't think that's how he was saying it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the way.
Don't
you
make me feel
saying it,
guilty
though.
about going to see my child.
Yeah.
Right. Don't, because you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get sent out of there.
All right. Well, thank you for clearing that up. That is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss the things that we did last night. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
So, about last night. Last night. Here's how it went down.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
Mano is here.
I'm here.
You here.
I am.
And it's time for About Last Night. Now, what did you do last night, Mano?
Man, you know what? I was at a show.
Okay. Elaborate.
Conway.
You said what? Oh, Conway, the
Oh,
machine?
nice.
Yeah, shout out to Conway Machine. Shout out to everybody that was there. He brought me out to perform for my city.
This for my city.
This
And
for
you
the
got some
town.
good people that have actually been participating
Yeah.
in this challenge.
Yes,
This is
yes.
a tough one.
Yes, it's really
Are there
tough.
any people that you feel like this is definitely
Yeah, I do.
Or what's
A couple
it?
people already know they're winners.
okay? And the winners, you actually are going to upload it onto
all
streaming services.
All platforms. It's a winner out of Hartford. I haven't announced it yet. It's a couple winners. Virginia. I already know them in my mind. I haven't just.
Okay.
And I don't think you properly promoted our dance that we did, our city.
How not?
Oh yeah, he got a whole dance for it too.
Yeah, it was on TikTok,
no,
right?
because you was like throwing punches at me.
It's for my
It
city.
was
Yeah.
funny.
Sorry, okay. That was a real.
All right. Now, in addition to that, I actually did my podcast. The podcast was great. Cocktails, Dirty Discussions.
Oh,
And
wow.
so shout out to Kiki and Medina who came through. They were in town for a few days. On Friday, they had their show at Sony Hall, and unfortunately, it was a huge thunderstorm, but they still did the show.
They did.
But some people could not make it out. And so I know, but they said it was still a great show. It was
Okay.
more intimate.
Okay.
You know, but the weather, there was nothing you could really do about it.
Right.
But that was actually the kickoff to their tour. So shout out to those ladies. They're really funny, and they talked about a lot of really great things. For instance, leaving your man because he's going through a depression, right? Some people feel like in a relationship, you know, you have to kind of like stick through
Right.
people in the hard times.
Yeah.
But if you
Right.
don't love them like that,
If you don't love them, then why be in a relationship with
well,
them?
she
in
was
the
a lot
first place?
younger, she was saying. But, you know, sometimes it could also be the early stages because that happened to me before early on. They go through some rough times and you're like, I don't know if this is
Yeah, something I want to work through.
right. Here's what she said.
I do think there was maybe like some depression going on. He had been through a lot in life, but that was another thing. You don't have to go through those things with people. Like, this sounds really harsh. Somebody listening might be like, "Ah, is real," but I just at the moment in my life, I wasn't the type. I didn't love him enough to be like, I'm gonna rock this out with you. I don't want to.
Right.
I was young and happy and free, and like I don't really want to be
So no
doing
room for him to
this.
do
You
that
need to see a
weight and get it
professional.
together.
Like
You
you're
need to see
not
a professional.
You're not the lady.
Yeah, it was a very honest conversation, and I think that's important. That's what lip service is, honest relationship conversations, right? You can listen to that. This lip service podcast is out today, but I love this conversation, and this is something I want to do. When I left my last job, I had to do an exit interview.
Okay.
And the exit interview, they asked you to just kind of like talk about everything, honestly, about your experience working with some place. And when I tell you I let them have it,
Oh goodness.
I surely did. Okay, I was very honest about how I felt about, you know, how we were treated.
Yeah.
And specific people who
Oh,
I thought were
call
poor
them out.
managers. Yes. And I know that a lot of people have issues with this man
Oh, okay.
over there because he still works there.
Oh.
But Medina had to go through was when she broke up with her ex, and they weren't even in a serious relationship. He found her mother's information, right? And I think one of her siblings, and sent them basically an email detailing all the things that he felt like was wrong with her in their relationship.
Oh my gosh.
Here's what she had to say about that.
He ended up writing a 6-page Google Doc about me, about everything that he didn't like that I did. And he put bullet points. When we were out, you could have suggested that you were going to pay for the extra hookah call, or, hey baby, I'm going to pick you up from the airport this week. It was so detailed. I'll show y'all after the show. It was crazy. I still have it. He made a Google Doc. Not only did he make the Google Doc, he got on Instagram, found my mom, found my older brother, my older sister, and my best friend, and he sent them the Google Doc.
Now, to me, I kind of like the idea of an exit interview after a relationship.
Not that way, and not sending it to my mom and my sister.
Right. Like, what went wrong? Because he did say that there were a lot of great things about her, but he also talked about the things that bothered him in great detail.
It's not up to him to share that information with anybody besides her.
Because some people want closure. They want to know.
Telling your people about you.
No.
They want to know, like, what did I do wrong?
Right.
They don't want that. You don't want your mama to know.
In all fairness, she did. Yeah, I wouldn't want my mom to know.
Yeah.
She did say that it did make her hypersensitive to certain things that maybe she did need to work on.
Okay.
So I think if you can, maybe I was thinking what might be good for us to do is to develop some type of form
Okay.
for people to fill out during a
template?
breakup.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We're
So
like,
after you break up, you fill out this form.
Fill out this form. I just want to know.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
But I want to see for you guys, if you could send a letter after your breakup with your ex of things that you feel like they needed to work on. And you can also put in some positive things like, you were great at this, but when we went out to eat, you would never offer to pay anything, not even the tip. Well, that was one of the things that he was saying. He was like, you've never said, oh, I'll get this round of shots. And so he called those relationship deposits. And she apparently didn't make any.
Hilarious.
But I want to see what you guys would say to your ex if you could maybe do an exit interview and let them know this is what you need to work on, because it could help the next person.
You got a lot of exes. How many letters would you wrote?
Who are you talking to?
He's looking at you, Jasmine.
Oh,
don't look at me.
I don't know how many exes I have. Who knows how many exes they have?
So this is for one ex?
Yeah, just the last one. If there's
just
somebody.
the last one.
I already know what his issues are with me.
No,
right.
your issues with him.
She wrote her own exit interview. All right, well, 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up and let us know, and we're going to tell you ours. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
And Mano is here.
I'm on the radio.
Morning radio. Yes. On the radio.
Yeah.
And we are talking about the lip service episode, Cocktails, Dirty Discussions. And we were discussing an exit interview after your relationship is over. Apparently, Medina Monroe's ex sent a letter to her and her mom and some of her friends and family members discussing what was wrong in their relationship. It was like a PowerPoint presentation.
Oh my goodness.
And I was wondering for you guys, what would you say to an ex if you could do an exit interview or maybe fill out a form letting them know what went right and what went wrong? What about you, Mano? Think about your last ex.
You was all bad.
Oh my God, Mano.
That's what you would say to your
No accountability.
You were all bad.
She was not all bad, or that wouldn't have been your girl.
Who are we talking about? Who you talking about?
The last relationship we know of.
It's not the last relationship that I know of. But no, I mean, listen, I would say that there was mostly good, mostly positivity.
What can she work on?
Being negative. Waking up not happy.
On the wrong side of the bed.
Not feeling blessed.
Yeah.
Not feeling.
Not matching your positive energy in the morning.
Right, because you gotta like, come on, man, we blessed.
She needs some motivation.
Yeah, need a little motivation. You know, the gratitude that you gotta feel just being able to just be here. You know, it's not looking at things on the negative all the time.
What would you tell your ex, Jasmine?
Well, I don't have anything I would tell my ex, but Angela, what would you tell your
You don't
ex?
have anything at all?
No.
You were saying earlier that there were some things that you would say.
Now, Angela.
That's a lie.
I don't know. But Angela, no, seriously, Angela, what would you tell your ex?
I would tell him that he needs to communicate more, because he definitely is he's very chill, but he wasn't very good. We didn't really argue about anything ever. He really is a great, nice person.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think he also is just very he not having no deep discussion about anything.
So you're not going to tell us nothing?
Oh, I would just say stop living in the past. My ex it would be an issue or a mistake or something I made. And when I tell you, He could not let it go.
That's me.
My
I don't
goodness.
let it go.
I'd be like, oh my
I
gosh,
don't
you're
let
talking
it
about
go.
something from a
Leave it
year
alone.
ago. Yes.
Yeah, I don't let it go. You did, I can't believe you did that.
We got to move on.
Sounds
Onward and
like
upward.
you're a little bit
What?
toxic, Mano. All right, well, let's hear what you guys have to say. 800-292-5150 is the number. Hey, Josh, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good.
All right, we want to hear about an exit interview. What would you say to your ex if you could tell her the things that she did right and the things that she did wrong?
Let's start with things that she did right. She helped me understand myself more. She made me understand that there's a lot of things about myself when it comes to completing my thoughts, especially talking to another person, that I don't do.
Okay.
And that was one of the things that she was very, very consistent about when we were together. Is like, what does that mean? Like, explain. What are you saying? Explain what you're saying. Because I was very short on what I was saying in conversation, and she would always tell me to explain myself. So I like that.
Okay.
And she hated putting myself down, and she'll always say, speak positive about yourself.
Okay, she seems great. I don't know why this didn't work out.
Well, okay, so let's get
to that. So what happened? What would you say was negative?
She was always depressed. So, yes, she was preaching all this stuff to me, but it seemed like she wasn't taking her own advice.
And that's the hardest thing to do, is take your own advice.
Yes. She always tell me to believe in myself and think I'm good, but she always thought she was like the least important person to everyone else. She always thought her body wasn't right. She was always in the gym trying to be fit, but her fit just didn't have like a accurate number. Like, it just always seemed to be, today I want to be like this, I want to be like this, I want to be like, it just always, so I don't know, all that was just driving me crazy.
Okay. All right. Fair
She's
enough.
pessimistic.
Yeah, and it seemed like she was like obsessive about her, going to the gym and everything, and felt like nothing was ever good enough.
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Josh. We appreciate you for calling and being honest with us. Maybe she'll hear this and know it's you.
Of course. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See ya.
Hey, Jermaine. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Yee?
We have another Jermaine
let
here.
a person named Jermaine call up here?
Well, your name's Mano, so it's okay.
Right, but it's still Jermaine, and
Well, Jermaine, let's talk about these exit interviews in relationships, right? If you could do an exit interview for your ex and let her know what she did right and what she did wrong, we want to hear what it would say.
She did everything right, but her insecurities were crazy. I gave her friend a piece of candy, and she went ballistic. It was insane.
For giving her friend a piece of candy?
Yeah.
That's wild.
My hand touched her friend's hand, and she thought that, I don't know, there was something to that.
That's a sicko.
Weird. Okay, so if it doesn't sound like she did everything right. It sounds like there were some issues there.
We were good up until we went outside.
Well, that's impossible to not go outside.
Right.
So it feels like her insecurities and her baggage from previous relationships really affected you guys being able to properly, love each other.
Yeah, like, me having female friends was just impossible.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So everything else was good except for the fact that she was extremely jealous and insecure. Those are huge things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Jermaine.
No problem.
I wonder what she would say. I wonder what she would say about you in an exit interview.
Who?
This Jermaine on the line.
Right. Yeah. What would she say about you? Good guy.
Turn.
Huh?
He said it's not his turn.
Okay, you're right. Okay, thank you, Jermaine. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for calling 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And you can listen to that full lip service cocktails dirty discussions on our, YouTube and on any type of streaming services. It's on the iHeart platform as well. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. Let's talk about Issa Rae. She's got a lot on her plate, and now she has a new creative director job as well. We'll tell you all about it. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
What's up, Angela?
And Mano is here.
Let me hear, baby.
I feel like you say Mano's name with a little bit more energy.
That's right. It's because it's just like a.
I'm trying to
nice
wake
name.
him up.
Okay.
Wake me up.
All right. You gotta
Does
have
that
a hoodie
help?
on.
This
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little jealous.
Okay.
Why? Don't get jealous.
You got to
baby.
be here more.
You're not here
my
more.
God. Sheesh.
You
Shots.
started it, Jasmine.
Clearly I did, and
Okay.
you finished it, I guess.
Yes, I did. You know how we do the finisher.
fire.
But let's get into some Yee tea. Travis Kelce. There is so much drama going on with all of this. You know, he's dating Taylor Swift now. She came to the Jets game the other day. It was a huge deal when the Jets played the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody was like, is she going to show up? Is she going to show up? And they did win.
They did. That's good.
You know, and I see some people upset that everybody's paying so much attention to the fact that Taylor Swift is going to the games. They care more about that than the actual game.
Look at us talking about it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, now we're talking about this. Kayla Nicole, who is Travis Kelce's ex, and people used to love to see the two of them together.
She's so pretty.
It actually made him cooler to people that he was dating her.
Yep.
Right, Kayla Nicole. Well, now Kayla Nicole has unfollowed Brittany Mahomes, who she was close friends with, and she's also unfollowed Patrick Mahomes, who is Travis Kelce's teammate, as well as Patrick Mahomes' brother, Jackson Mahomes. She's unfollowed the whole entire crew.
I understand. I'm that girl too.
Because they all over there hanging out now.
Yeah, she don't like that. And she was actually a bridesmaid in their wedding, Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes as well. So
interesting.
You know, I guess now she's feeling a little bit betrayed. Like, oh, now you want to be a groupie for Taylor Swift?
Well, it's not their fault, but I still would unfollow them.
Right.
Yeah.
You would.
I'm not mature enough.
You would even get into an altercation with them too.
Okay. Mano, he just likes to add. He want to add sauce onto everything, but I understand why she unfollowed.
Right. At a certain point, people thought they were going to get back together.
I did too.
You know, and it seemed like maybe they would, and now this has happened. So I will say though, Taylor Swift, everybody's waiting to see what type of music is going to come from this, because people don't feel like it's gonna last for whatever reason. And then, you know, she always writes songs about her relationships, and they always are good songs.
Yeah, she can make a hit. It's interesting because I do not think, you know, sometimes your ex dates somebody that's similar to you or is long in the same realm. It seems like Taylor and Kayla are like completely two different type of.
They are.
I feel like usually an ex will date somebody who is very different from you.
Okay. Well, then this is that.
It depends on who it is, though. Like, I feel like Kanye's trying to date the same person over and over again. But I feel like sometimes you're like, okay, I'm doing the opposite.
I'm going for better than you.
Right.
Got it.
Well, hopefully you would always want to. And better is all relative.
Yeah, we should all want better. Yeah.
Because I even saw people comparing Kayla Nicole and Taylor Swift to each other. You know?
Okay.
And some people will say Taylor Swift because of the money that she has and the fame that she has, and other people are like, well, it's Kayla Nicole, look at her, she's amazing. And they think that's they think Taylor Swift is a downgrade. It all is relative.
Yeah, it depends on who you're asking.
All right, now Issa Rae has been named creative director for the 2024 American Black Film Festival.
Nice.
That's going to be really dope. And according to Nicole and Jeff Friday, they made a statement. They're the co-founders and producers. Throughout the course of her career, Issa Rae has made an indelible impact within the entertainment ecosystem, ranging from her wide array of roles in front of and behind the camera to her fierce advocacy for equitable representation and opportunities for Black creators. We couldn't think of a better partner to help us continue to embody the ABFF mission of showcasing Black talent.
Dope.
So she'll be working really closely with the Fridays to program the lineup for the 28th edition of the festival. That's going to be June 12th to the 16th in Miami Beach, Florida.
Okay.
So shout out to her. I know just yesterday she had her Rap-ish premiere for the second season. Yes. So
everyone's getting back to work.
We're in Detroit, so we couldn't make it. Right. But yeah, shout out to them and everybody on Rap-ish. Great show on HBO Max. All right. Well, that is your Yee tea. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. You know why?
Why?
They are flying under the radar. And I know certain people like to send their food back all the time. And we're going to discuss when is it appropriate to send your food back and when is it not. All right? It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee and Jasmine Brand is here.
Hello.
And Mano is here.
Yeah, I'm here, baby.
All right. And we are doing these under the radar stories. And I pulled this in particular for you, Jasmine. When is it okay to send food back to the kitchen and when is it not okay?
Okay, hold on. I don't want people to think I send food back a lot. So, Angela, that's not why you sent it to me.
Well, you like to eat.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. I don't want
Maybe. But this is all from an ex-restaurant manager, all right? Shungzin Sun was a server and manager at restaurants for a decade in Columbia, Missouri.
Okay.
And he has seen it all. He said one time a customer ate more than half of her food and said she didn't like it and demanded that I have the kitchen staff make her something else. Her attitude was rude, and after explaining that she had ate most of the things on her plate, she said, well, I don't care. Isn't the customer always right? I said I don't like it.
Oh, gosh.
So they don't have to do this in a hostile manner. He said you have to be respectful. And here's when it is okay to send food back.
Okay.
If it doesn't meet your expectations, right? When it doesn't taste good, it's not made to your standard. If it's overcooked or undercooked, or the veggies are too raw, or the food is contaminated, then you should definitely send it back. You know what else? And I want to add to this. You should also send it back if it's, maybe you said, hey, I want a Caesar salad, no cheese.
Right.
And it comes with cheese on it.
Right.
Or if you say dressing on the side and it comes not the way that you asked for something.
Yeah.
Just send it back because they didn't get the order right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to respect that.
Yep.
But I agree with that. If the fries are cold, we just recently did that.
Yeah.
And we were at Ruth Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we were.
They didn't bring out no cold fries.
In D.C.
Yes,
they did.
Chris brought out cold food.
But they definitely immediately brought back
it was no issue.
A very hot plate of fries.
And we also weren't nasty.
Yeah.
We were like, hey.
And we ordered a lot of other things too. That was the one thing we sent back was the fries. And I feel like fries are pretty easy to make again.
I'm very surprised at them though.
Yeah. The food was good though.
Yeah, it was good. That was the only thing that, was an issue. Now, it's not okay to send food back if you've already at least eaten a lot of it. Okay, you cannot eat the food and then try to send it back. Or have you ever seen somebody try to send something back, but they want to keep their food too?
What?
Yeah, I want to keep
mean?
this, but I want a new order. Like my.
How does that even work?
Like they'll try to take it, and you're like, well, you might as well leave it. What are you going to throw it away?
Yeah.
Some people
I've never seen that.
will do that. And if you're not the one paying for it, they said it might not be appropriate to send food back.
I can understand that to a certain extent. But what if you're on a date and you don't like your food?
Is it that you don't like it, or I don't know if
it's cold? Say if it's cold.
Because sometimes you might see something on the menu and you're not sure what it's going to be like, and they prepare it exactly like what it says, and you just don't like it.
Right.
I don't know if that's okay to send it back.
I think you just have to take
I would say, what's wrong? You don't like it, and she would say, and I say, hey, excuse me. The food, she not really like it.
I've had guys do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they said if you're being treated to a prefix meal at a large dinner party, maybe don't send a dish back for not being exactly what you expected. If you're invited to a nice dinner and somebody else is paying, then it's not your place unless there's like a worm in it or some type of bug or something like that. All right. And the most important thing is what type of tone do you have? Use words like please and thank you and stay calm. You can also make a joke to ease the situation, and they said you should not ask for a refund.
I agree.
So there you have it.
All right.
All right. Now let's discuss some words that are now in the dictionary. All right. And this is according to Merriam-Webster, the U.S.'s oldest dictionary publisher. There have been 690 new words, and some of the words are bussin'.
Okay. I heard that before. Yeah.
Yeah, like extremely good, excellent, especially, delicious, and tasty. That food was bussin' in that restaurant.
Every time
I still sent it back.
Every time I hear bussin', it's always in relation to food.
NGL, not gonna lie. I dated somebody, everything is NGL. Like, not gonna lie, I miss you. NGL.
You say not gonna. Do you say not gonna lie?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Well, I don't say NGL.
No, you don't say NGL.
NGL is in the dictionary.
But you say
now.
not gonna lie, though, right?
Mid.
Mid, I feel like, is a young term.
That's the NBA Youngboy fans love to use the word mid. It's mid. Bingo card. All right.
I didn't know that.
People be like, that was not on my bingo card for 2023.
People say that on Twitter a lot.
A list of possible, expected, or likely scenarios, especially used in the phrase on one's bingo card. Now, here's the word I don't know: cromulent.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, where they get that one?
That means acceptable or satisfactory.
Never heard that one.
Like maybe a woman would say, your performance in the bedroom was cromulent.
That would never happen.
But I've had better.
That would never happen.
They'll probably say it was bussin'. Excellent.
Yeah.
Or simp is in there now, Jasmine. Somebody might call you a simp if you show excessive devotion to or longing for someone or something.
I gotta be a simp
for food.
Oh, okay. I am a simp for food.
All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. And don't forget, we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we're in Detroit, and Harper is going to be joining us. He is running for Senate. And there's a lot of things we need to talk about with him: his acting career, being a union member, also having gone to school with President Barack Obama, and why he has these political aspirations. All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee,
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here. Mano is here. And, we've been seeing this leaked footage from this documentary that Kanye was supposed to be working on from 2018. Yesterday, we played some of that footage where he's talking about Cardi B, Pusha T, Nas, not so positive things, Tiana Taylor. Now we have some leaked footage where he's talking about Kim Kardashian and how she called him crazy more than she called him a genius after he opened up his heart to her. Here's what he said.
I also feel like my wife does believe in me, but she has a tendency to focus on the negative, and she'll call me crazy or say you're ramped up more than she'll say you're genius. Like, I get you're crazy a lot more than you're genius in from this person that has an opening in my heart, because I close my heart to people when they start being too negative.
Well, I can see how that could be hurtful.
I can also see how both things can be true.
Right.
Okay. Which thing, that he's crazy?
That he's quote unquote crazy, and also that he's quote unquote a genius. Both of those things can be true.
But you know what? I feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody and you love that person, people throw the word crazy at you in relationships like too easily.
Oh, you're so crazy, Angela.
Like, oh my God, stop being crazy. Like, you're crazy.
Angela,
you're just so crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like,
Angela, you're
maybe
crazy.
it's not nice.
Yeah, it is when you're with somebody and you're for real dating.
But sometimes they really are crazy.
I can see that. I can see somebody saying that about both y'all, really.
People have said that.
Honestly,
I dated somebody who told me that, and it turned out he was crazy.
No, but I can see definitely somebody saying.
But I also am very careful about words that I use about people in relationships.
Yeah.
Because it can really be hurtful to somebody, and sometimes you put things out there and you can't take them back, and they always remember it.
But I also want to say, why did she call him crazy? What were you doing? Was there something you were saying? How were you behaving? I'm sure.
He was Kanye.
Yeah. And then look, he was saying she didn't really call him a genius.
I don't know if that's
in a relationship. And apparently he needs that.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Now, Idris Elba, in the meantime, was on Changes with Annie McManus. It's a podcast, and he was discussing some of the unhealthy habits that he's hoping to break and some of the problems that he's been working on in therapy. Here's what he had to say.
I'm an absolute workaholic, and that isn't great for life, generally. Nothing that's too extreme is good. Everything needs balance. But I'm rewarded massively to be a workaholic, to someone that can go, I'm not going to see my family for 6 months. And I'm in there grinding and make a new family and then leave them. Those are pathways that I had to be like, I've got to adjust.
I can see that. People do reward you in this business for being an extreme workaholic.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is not healthy. It's not great for your life, your overall well-being.
Yeah, for sure.
Pastor A.R. Bernard, when he was up here, he talked about, what he was becoming the huge pastor of a mega church like he is now.
Yeah.
He was putting all of that in front of his family and personal life. And sometimes that is not healthy. And so I think that is definitely some things to discuss, because people do act like, okay, you sleep when you die and things like that. And no, you got to take care of yourself.
When I first started the site, I used to just work nonstop and really didn't sleep, and I thought it was okay. And it's not. As you get older and you kind of have life experiences, that life isn't just about working yourself.
You want to enjoy things too.
Yeah.
Right. Got to enjoy this time while we're here, baby.
Yeah. I want to be like Mano. Mano be saving the city.
And everything.
Yeah. Mano works, but he seemed like he'd be having a blast.
A good time.
I enjoy the work.
Yeah, that's good.
That's right.
And that's perfect. All right. And Jodie Turner-Smith has filed to end her marriage to Joshua Jackson. You know her from Queen and Slim.
Yeah.
You know him from Fatal Attraction. They got married in 2019. They welcomed their first child in April of 2020. And Jodie Turner-Smith recently revealed that she was a fan of Joshua Jackson's from his Dawson Creek days. They met for the first time at Usher's 40th birthday party in 2018.
Okay.
She said they had a one-night stand, if you remember that whole situation. She said when they first met, they had a one-night stand. And he said, we're now in a 2-3 year one-night stand.
That's cute.
Yeah, that is cute. It goes to show you, it doesn't matter if you wait or if you don't. If the person is your person at that time, then they can meet. But it was both of their first marriages.
Okay.
So not sure yet what happened, but we just do know that she did file for a divorce.
Okay. All right.
All right. And Billionaire Boys Club, the clothing line.
Okay.
Right.
That was started by Pharrell and Nigo. They have unveiled a partnership with Cam Kirk Studios in Atlanta.
Okay.
And so the studio is a place for photographers and creatives alike to create projects and sharpen their creative skills. And so Billionaires Boys Club, they said, has always been at the forefront of celebrating and nurturing creative talents across the globe, whether it's musical artists or visual innovators. So now they have come together, and you can start booking space and scheduling time at the lab now.
Oh, nice.
So it's open right now for you guys to do that. They're going to have all kinds of experiences. They actually have a Pinterest creator residency from October 11th to the 13th. So creators and aspiring artists can anticipate different events and immersive experiences there at the Billionaire Boys Club Creators Lab at Cam Kirk Studios. That's dope.
Mm-hmm, that's dope.
I like a creative
you
space.
write your verse.
Yeah, I could go down to Atlanta and drop me a verse.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw your text messages trying to get your verse written.
Yeah,
we got to get this done.
Yeah, I got to get this done. I'm gonna step on it. No, what did you say?
Slide.
I got to slide.
Step on it.
Slide on it.
No, I think you're going to step on it. Oh, it's way up with Angela Yee. That's your Yee tea. And you know what? Since this whole For Your City challenge is coming to an end soon, right, Mano?
Yes, this week.
This week is coming to an end. Let's play a couple. I know BG sent one. Can we play that?
BG.
Ooh, that's a big deal.
Can we
It's
play
gonna
that
be the
one?
official New Orleans remix.
Okay.
Let's play it.
All right. When we come back, you'll get to hear that. And maybe you could pick one more that you think is really amazing, because you said you have a couple of winners picked out. And those winners are going to have the uploaded, and it's going to be available on streaming services, official remixes.
That's right, on all platforms.
Between me and you guys, though, just do your own anyway. All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
With Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
What's up, Ange?
Mano is here.
Yep, I'm here.
All right, and For My City challenge is still going on. This is
For
the
My
last
City.
week. And you got a couple of really, really amazing ones. We already know this has to be included in the challenge. So people got the open verse, right? The first verse is open.
That's
they got
right.
to do their own.
They got to do their own verse.
For
do
their
whatever
city.
they wanted to do it.
Now,
Rep
BG.
their city. Shout out to BG, man. My guy B Jizzle. He just came back home. You know, me and him was really, really, really tight before he left.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
And he back, and I'm glad to see him back. Still in the halfway house, but he got the verse done. And
well, let's hear it. Can we play it?
Yeah.
We're gonna let that fly right now.
All right, here, let's go.
This for my city, this for my town. Since I was young, I've been holding it down. Since I was young, I've been making them proud. Whole city happy, real like out. From the know you to the melt of the yo. Come through, they salute me and bow. 13 feet, yeah, that's me. That's rap it every time I open my mouth. Second line, super sunny. Let's go there, big stunner. If you done did it, I probably done it. Play with me, to end getting punished. When I move, it's a lot of exhibition, it's a lot of shooters, it's a lot of choppers. It ain't about nothing if it ain't about dollars. Disrespect my city, you gon' have problems. This for my city.
All right, now look, Mano, I know you're choosing some, but can you give us one? I know there's a person you said in Harper, Connecticut.
Yeah, I forgot
you
his
already-
name, but I like this guy out of Hartford. I like somebody out of Virginia. I'm having Queens. I might have to do 2 out of Queens. There's 2 ladies I love out of Queens.
Okay.
I love how the women are representing.
No, the
Women
women are.
stepping on it.
Listen, Mariah Lynn did one, and I
Yeah,
saw it got
Mariah.
picked up on the blogs.
Right.
You know what? Let's play that one right here
Okay,
too.
let's do it.
Here's Mariah Lynn's For My City challenge.
Yo, I do this shit for my city. Holding my bitch, this pretty, this shit me pity. You got a problem, get with me. Security, cover my list. Got 'em like move. Popping on all of these bitches, and I'm the smallest in the room. Nothing to prove. Little body, big heart. Get it popping, win or lose. If you say it, let it be with your chest. Keep it flexed, I ain't even impressed. Keep an iron, cause this shit be pressed. Been a bet since we had the next. Like, why would you doubt me? They try to down me. Who they talking, but know nothing about me. Free Freddie Watt. Shout out to Albie, Queen of Jersey, baby. They got a crown.
All right, so all this is a reminder that time is almost up. What day do they have until?
I'm gonna say to the end of the week.
Is that Sunday or Friday?
No, we're gonna say
or
like Friday.
No, I need a little bit
I
more
thought
time.
You said Thursday.
I know. I gotta get mine done.
We got to give Jasmine a deadline.
But nobody's coming from Omaha. So
Okay, I'll turn mine in next week.
You said you was turning it in this week.
I know I did.
Yeah, she's gonna miss the deadline.
I'm gonna miss the
All right.
deadline.
All right, well, you know what? We're gonna give people till Sunday. How about that? You have until Sunday, because people might need the weekend to go in the studio.
come on
They
now.
have work during the week, you
Come
know.
on, come on. Give them a little extension.
All right, well, For My City challenge, all right? It's
For My
way up with
City.
Angela Yee. And when we come back, Hill Harper is joining us. We actually are in Detroit right now, so we cannot wait to sit down and talk to Hill Harper. He is running for state senate, and it's a dirty race, guys, and he had no idea it was going to be like this. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here with me.
Yes.
And this is exciting because we have Hill Harper joining us. Now, listen, you guys, I love the fact that Hill Harper is running for Michigan Senate, but we've seen him in he was in The Good Doctor.
Okay.
He was in He Got Game. In Too Deep, as a matter of fact. You know, he's been in a lot of movies. A lot of your favorite ones. Have Plenty, All Eyes on Me, Get on the Bus.
I remember him Get on the Bus.
Yes, he's been in a lot of great movies. But now he's up for a new role.
Okay.
And that is for Michigan Senate. And we actually had a chance to go to his house in Detroit.
We did. Beautiful house.
Yeah, beautiful house. It's in Boston Edison. Amazing artwork. We met his son.
Yeah.
You know,
we
he's a
did.
single father. What he did not know, though, is that running for office, and I know we always hear about, you know, all of the mudslinging that goes on and people just pulling up any and everything that they can use against you. He is not used to that.
It's a dirty game.
He thought he was just going there, be a good person,
Right.
have great ideas,
And it
want
was
to
gonna
do
work.
better things for the community, and people were going to be like, this is amazing. That's not how politics works, as we can see. But he's going to discuss what it's been like for him running for office and what some of his ideas are to move the country forward and to move the state forward in Michigan. All right? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Hill Harper is coming up next.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Stacey Tisdale is here.
I don't have much to say because I'm sitting next to someone who makes me nervous. Is one of my favorite actors. And
Angela Yee, Stacey
politicians,
Tisdale is
people,
incredible.
and
I'm way up. I'm way up. Yeah, and whenever I go on the radio, I just drop my octaves a few because I just want to sound like it's a velvety, smooth radio sound.
And it's so funny because right now, we're not focused so much on the acting career as we are on this new career that you've embarked upon. But just for people who are listening, you know him from The Good Doctor, from CSI New York, and the movie Have Plenty?
Have Plenty.
Have
Love
Plenty.
40, baby.
Shout
That's
out
the
to
line.
Shanoa.
That's the line people say. And then they, on the In Too Deep, they tell me, I say a line called, "You ain't no cop, Jay Reed." And then the line they say back to me on He Got Game is, "I feel like I'm handsome when I'm on the court." That's what he said. So
classic
these
movies.
little lines, these classic movie
Classic lines. But this next thing is not acting. Okay, this is real life. You're actually running for Michigan Senate.
Yeah, well, United States Senate,
United States Senate in
from
Michigan.
Yes.
United States Senate from Michigan. How many senators are black, by the way, in Michigan?
In Michigan, there's never been a black U.S. senator from Michigan. There's only been, and listen to this, y'all, there's only been 11 black U.S. senators in the history of this country. That means there's been a higher percentage of black U.S. presidents, 2.2%, than black U.S. senators, 0.5%.
That's crazy.
It is
Detroit's
crazy.
got the biggest black population of any city, and they have no representation in Congress at all.
No. This for the first time in 57 years, Michigan does not have a black Democratic representative in Congress. I can't overemphasize, what Shirley Chisholm said. If you don't have a seat at the table, then you're on the menu.
And Shirley Chisholm also told us to bring our folding chairs. You know what happens when we get a folding chair. Okay?
There you go. There you go.
It's Angela Yee. Stacey Tisdale is here, and so is State Senate candidate Hill Harper. Aside from your background that we talked about in acting, but you also have for decades been doing this work as far as even with the books that you've written.
Yes.
The Black Wall Street that you've done. I want to make sure we talk about those things because this isn't just something that's like, I want to run for U.S. Senate, but this is the work that you've been talking about.
An
This is not
extension
anything
of
new.
my activism and that work. When I went to Harvard Law School and I went to the Kennedy School of Government, there were people like Harry Belafonte that I love and was inspired by. And I was like, well, I want to be like him, an activist, but also using the characters and the artistry to create positive social change. But the world has changed. I believe there's really two verticals of real change that we can make, technology and politically right now. And if we don't have representation politically, in other words, the easiest way to say it, if we aren't actually advocating to make sure resources, federal resources, go to marginalized communities and communities that lack agency and voice. Right now, our federal government is dominated by lobbyists, big corporate interest, and special interest, all of them funded by outside money. And that's where the resources are going.
And this is a new space for you, Mr. Hill Harper, running for U.S. Senate in Michigan.
And I need need y'all's help.
We were like, the problem with Hill Harper is that he thinks he can just win this because he has great ideas and he's too nice. And there's a lot of mudslinging that goes on.
Oh, it's horrible.
When it comes to politics that I feel like even you, until you got into it, weren't prepared for.
I was not, because I didn't realize that people will lie with impunity. I mean, from the second that I launched, there were 6-7 lies, people tweeting. They hire people to just do lying tweets to come after you. They just placed 2 negative ads about me.
I saw those just now.
Just now.
So one of them was about Toyota, and they said you were, I saw you with the union, with UAW, and then they said that you were a spokesperson for Toyota.
Yeah, like I was anti-union. This is like 13 years ago. I'm working as an actor, just trying to get a gig. I do a commercial and voiceover thing.
Not anticipating. In 13 years, I'm running for it.
Yeah. But the thing is, what's crazy about it, that was a union job.
Right.
So if we're really going to tell the truth,
union.
I'm part of the union. I'm on strike right now, and I'm supportive. If I'm elected to the U.S. Senate, I will be the only current union member in the United States Senate.
Wow.
And that's crazy. We want to say it's a representative democracy, but it's not. Here's the thing. I have no problem people checking my receipts. Because I know I've always fought for my community. And the thing is, I'm not going to do anything that runs counter to what I believe is the best thing for folks in communities that have been historically ignored.
It's Angela Yee. Stacey Tisdale is here, and so is State Senate candidate Hill Harper. So along those lines, let's talk about some of the solutions that you have or some of the things that you feel like we need.
Let's break a couple things down. And so I was at the corner of Owen and Oakland in Detroit, headed home, and I was almost in tears because on the right side was this liquor store, on the left side was this boarded up buildings, on the other side was this empty lot where there was a commercial building that just got destroyed because it was dilapidated. What we need is funding into our community. Zero interest loans for entrepreneurs who want to start businesses. We know that the first 3 years of any new business is the most vulnerable. And if we're willing to spend trillions of dollars to bail out banks, bail out different massive companies, for a pittance of that, we could be offering zero interest loans or underwritten loans for local nonprofits as well as local entrepreneurs and businesses in communities. The strength of our economy are small businesses because people hire people locally. So if we want to create jobs in communities, it's not like rocket science. You need to have functioning communities where there's a grocery store and then there's a liquor store too, right? But not just the liquor store.
And minimum wage is also an issue.
Minimum wage is an issue. I've been a huge proponent of raising minimum wage. I'm a small business owner myself, so I own a coffee shop in downtown, the roasting plant, downtown Detroit. And so our goal has always been to make sure the young people or whoever's working there are paid a level that matches a living wage. So you take what they get paid, then hopefully, people are nice. Whenever you go to a roasting plant, please tip your baristas. And then the combination of that, what they're earning on an hourly basis is a living wage.
Right.
And that's what we have to do for people. There's an organization called One Fair Wage that I've been an ambassador for since 2016 that's all about raising the minimum wage and making sure that people get paid a living wage. So let's also talk about Voting Rights Act. The John Lewis Voting Rights Act and John Lewis Voting Rights and Advancement Act has not been able to pass through the Senate. And we have to get that passed because what you're seeing around the country is all of these state legislators that have an interest to quell people's power and democracy, gerrymandering and redistricting and doing all these things to restrict voting rights. We got to get that. The other thing is the PRO Act. Again, allowing unions to organize, allowing the National Labor Relations Board to actually institute penalties on companies that try to crush unions. We're down to 6% union membership in the private sector. We need to undergird that. And so when we environmental protection, let's talk about that. We have to protect our resources. It's usually marginalized communities that hit the worst by bad environment, pollution, air pollution, lead,
clean water.
We know the story about Flint. And then women's reproductive rights. We have to codify that. And we can go on and on. We can go on and on.
All right, Hill Harper is here, and he is running for U.S. Senate, and he's going to tell us why and what his plans are. We got more with him when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Stacey Tisdale is here with me. We are talking to Hill Harper about his run for U.S. Senate. For you being a single dad, I want to know, how that also affects you and your aspirations. How old is your son now?
He's 7.
7 years old.
Yes.
So I want to talk about how that played a role in you deciding that you wanted to actually run for Senate.
It's been a big deal for me, and it's the reason why it took me so long to make the decision of whether I would do this or not. Just thinking about him as a single parent. Any single parent that's listening, you know, your time is the most valuable thing you have, and so I had to really think: is it more valuable for my son to see me going for something that only 11 black folks in the history of this country have ever achieved, or me being able to tuck him into bed every single night and pick him up and drop him off at school? And that's why the launch video I did is called Dear Pierce. The video basically goes into the decision to run. And I hope anybody who's listening watches that video, because this is about, every single parent knows exactly what I'm talking about when you're making sacrifices, because you're saying, what's going to be the best outcome? And I really believe that him going to picket lines with me, him seeing me work so hard to achieve something that the outcome is uncertain, that will be more valuable to him in the long run than, you know, in this period of time. And so, and it's just a, you know, listen, I'm running for office for the next, you know, year and change, right? If I'm fortunate enough that folks help me get the Democratic nomination, and then the election, that's in August 6th, and then the general election will be in November of next year. You know, this kind of full-time 24/7 campaign thing is going to be temporary, but he's getting to witness someone work extremely hard. Because the one thing I've always said about me is that I may not have as much money and resources as other folks, but nobody will ever outwork me.
Right.
No one's ever outworked me in my life in anything I've ever done.
I just want to tell you, he pulled up here alone. I was like, hey, who's with you? So we could put them on the list. He's like, I'm solo dolo.
That's right.
I just wanted to tell you, I was Pierce. I grew up with a father who was a politician.
Oh, wow.
My father got the first black to get the Democratic nomination for Congress in the state of Connecticut.
Wow.
And he ran the biggest anti-poverty agency in the state. A very high-profile congressional campaign that caught President Carter's attention. And he made him the first black economic advisor.
That's incredible.
He struggled with everything that you were talking about, and seeing everything that my father did and how essentially he was make the world a better place for me will mean everything.
That's huge.
To Pierce.
And to that point,
look at how great Stacey turned out too.
You're amazing, and we're standing on those shoulders, and that's beautiful. And that's the one thing I'd say to everybody is that I promise you that if you support my campaign or give into my campaign, your investment will pay you back, because we need leadership that is new, that's not beholden, and the fact that learning from folks that have come before us and having an opportunity in a 50-50 Senate context to be able to fight, that's what this moment's about. That's what this is about.
50-50 is everything.
50-50 is everything, because then the party doesn't control.
Right.
The people, the individual. That's why you see Joe Manchin doing what he's been able to do. And that is a different type of fight. And so we got to understand, paying people back on their investment of both their dollars and investing in the campaign and their vote is something that I'm very serious about and want to execute.
Well, Hill Harper, listen, we have a fight ahead of us.
We got to fight, y'all. It is a real fight.
And he's not a mudslinger, so I don't know what's going to end up
I don't
happening.
know. You guys got to tell me what to do. I'm not a mudslinger, so they keep slinging mud at me, and I guess I'm about
hard. Like, it's really, really difficult just to see somebody who has genuine good intentions have to deal with something like this, because you'd be naive to think that certain things aren't going to happen.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. It's wild. But listen, if the people are with me, and God's with me, I mean, that's the thing. That's the beautiful thing, is that I have faith that when you do the right thing and you work as hard as you can, then the right things will happen.
Where can people donate to?
HillHarper.com/donate, or just go to HillHarper.com. It'll pop up. You know, $2, giving $5 every month for the next 11 months is huge. We are building a movement, y'all. HillHarper.com. So I love everybody. Thank you so much for the support.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Hill Harper for joining us. And again, you can go to HillHarper.com for more information. All right. And when we come back, we have Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up. Any question that you have, we are here to help. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Hey! right, everybody, access.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And award-winning advice giver Mano is here as well. And it is time for y'all to call in 800-292-5150 if you have any questions. We are here to help. Hey, Bianca, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay, good. So what is your question for Ask Yee?
So I have been talking to this guy for a few months, and it's like we're like practicing together all the time. But he's always in the streets and whatever. And before, I'm like worried, you know, I want to make sure he's straight, good. Yesterday, I just found out he has a whole girl.
Ooh.
So,
Yesterday? Damn.
Yeah. We were talking for a few months, he'll tell me, like, I'm going through a few things, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. Make sure he's straight, make sure he ate, all that other
Is he your man?
And that's the thing, we're on the path to working on that. We was working on that, to getting there.
So they're not together.
Okay, so not yet. Okay,
they're not exclusive.
Right.
Okay.
When he told me that he had a girl, that his girl was home and she's tripping, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, wait, you had a girl? He goes, yeah, I told you I was going through some stuff.
Wow.
I'm like, but you didn't say you had a girl. If you would have said that, I would have entertained this whole thing, period.
Sheesh.
So my question is, should I even entertain a conversation for an explanation on why he didn't tell me he had a girl in the first place when we doing all of this?
Well, you know why he didn't tell you.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to still mess with her, so he didn't even bring it up. Did you ever ask him?
Yeah. And he said he only had a baby mom. That was the thing. He said he had a baby mom. And like I said, we chilling. Like, we chilling around friends, family, and everything.
Oh, wow. He really
But
misled
if
you.
you got a whole girl, why not being around your family and your friends like that?
Yeah, I mean, look, he liked you, but he also likes her, and he's in a relationship with her, and that's why y'all were just working towards being in a relationship because he didn't want to be in two.
It's like I told him, too. I said, if that was the case, if you were just trying to get something to, you know, if I was just there because she wasn't, just say that.
I feel like he cared about you or cares about you.
So what's her question? Should she still deal with him? Is that her question?
Yeah, she wants to know how to move forward. Should she move forward with him? You want to know what I think, Bianca?
Y'all should.
I think it's on you now, right? Now you know the whole situation. There's no excuses. If you choose to continue to move forward with this man, knowing that he's been deceptive to you already at the start of your relationship, usually not a great indication of how the relationship is going to go. Right. But that's up to you. I can't tell you because I could say, hey, bad idea. And if you still want to be with him, you're still going to do it. But at least you're going into whatever you decide to do knowingly. Take accountability. If you make that decision, just understand that you've laid down the groundwork for what could be a shaky start.
Was you thinking about being a side piece?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you would have told me in the first place he had a girl, I wouldn't have entertained this whole thing, period.
Well, now he told you. And so now you wouldn't have entertained it. And the other thing is, do you want the drama that you're going to end up having with his baby mom?
No.
I just feel like, hey, I found out early.
Yeah,
run.
It could be a blessing in disguise.
You think you could beat his baby mother?
No.
No.
Like a
Sorry,
fight.
I got 3 kids. I'm good.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, she's a mom, too.
Yeah.
She got time for that.
You know what? Don't add no more drama to your life. You got a lot going on already. Okay, you could find somebody who can be honest with you because I just feel like if somebody does that and tries to get away with that, who knows what else they're hiding and who knows what they're going to do in the future.
May I also say that in the future, maybe let's hold off a little bit on doing like girlfriend things, like playing, like she did a lot for him.
Things?
She was talking about, she's like she held him down.
Like how?
That's my problem, though. I put too much in too quick. That's my problem. I can honestly say that.
What's girlfriend things?
Bianca, do you think you were doing girlfriend things?
Yeah.
Like what?
If I'm making sure you're straight, if I'm making sure you come to my house and you eat before you get to work and after you get out of work, and I'm making sure that you sleep.
That's wifey.
So maybe, slow up on that a little bit.
Was you doing his laundry?
No.
Man, it was like, well, that's a dub. Well, thank you, Bianca, for, you know what to do, girl.
Run.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Not a light jog. Run.
She just listened.
All right, well, that was Ask Yee. And when we come back, we have Last Word. That's where you guys have the final say on the show. 800-292-5150. You can also use that number for Ask Yee at any time. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the Last Word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, indeed. And thank you so much to Hill Harper for joining us. He is running for U.S. Senate in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to hillharper.com if you want to get more information. You know, I really am behind Hill Harper and what he's doing just because we've had some opportunities to have conversations with him.
Yeah.
And I think it's a unique opportunity to have somebody in office. We always talk about wanting people to represent us that really cares about us, understands us, understands like where we come from. It is expensive.
It is.
To run for office.
It's not a cheap thing to do.
And his opponent is definitely spending a lot more money and has a lot more money and has a lot more, you know, she's been doing this. And so it's not an easy race, but just make sure you guys pay attention. And if anything, I always tell people, I ain't going to tell you who to vote for, but make sure you register to vote. Make sure you do your part. Make sure you educate yourselves on who the candidates are.
Yeah, know what's going on. And I will say, I do feel like he has the opportunity to make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. In a positive way. You know, it's not just about trying to do things to line your own pockets.
Yep.
All right. And, you know, we are in Detroit and dealing with this 30-unit building in Midtown.
Yes.
I want to again thank Jessica Sanchez, who has been a blessing in all of this. She's our project manager, and she has been very hands-on in making sure everything is up to date, up to speed. There's certain things that we didn't know about that she had to really deal with a lot behind the scenes. And so I appreciate her for dealing with that and not even wanting to tell us until after it was worked out.
Yep.
Because sometimes people be getting you nervous.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this, and you're like, oh, can you like...
She's solution oriented.
Very solution oriented. You won't even know there was an issue until it's solved.
Later. Yeah.
So we appreciate you, Jessica. Also, for everybody who called in today, you get to have the last word. And I know we were talking about what is something that you would put in an exit interview for your ex. Just things to tell them that they could improve on. You know, maybe some things that you thought were great and some things that you thought weren't.
Right.
800-292-5150. Call us up. It's time for last word.
Hi, Angela. My name is Kim from Mississippi. And I just want to say I really enjoy your show. I deal with a lot of depression and anxiety. I'm trying not to cry, but just listening to your show and some of the topics that you speak of just really keep me alive day to day. Just keep doing what you're doing, and I just hope I can continue to find the strength to be here. But I enjoy your show, and I'm only here today pretty much because I'm listening to your show. Thank you.
I would like to shine a light on Angela Yee. I'm just proud of you, how far you come. You're consistent. You're just a brilliant girl. Hearing your voice every morning is very inspiring, and we just thank you for what you do.
Good morning, everyone. My name is LaWanda Singletary. I just want to shine a light on myself. I'm a single mom of 4, and I own my own cleaning business, residential and commercial cleaning business. So I just want to shine a light on myself because I'm very proud of myself. And you all have a very good day. Bye.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.